Hello and welcome to Georgetown, Malaysia. This is an incredibly vibrant, unique, and beautiful city, and we cannot wait to explore it. Georgetown is located on Penang Island in southwestern Malaysia, and while Georgetown may be the heartbeat of Penang, there's actually so much more beyond the city. Our goal is to uncover the hidden sides of Penang Island that most travelers don't get to see. We've got some awesome stops lined up, but this city is too one of a kind to skip, so we're going to start here. Georgetown is a very culturally diverse city with primarily Malaysian, Indian, and Chinese cultural influences, so you can imagine the food here is absolutely phenomenal. That being said, the first thing we're going to do is dive into the rich food scene here with breakfast at a local Indian cafe.
One thing I love about coming to these cafes is the food looks so colorful and amazing and appetizing. So I can't wait to dive in. So tender, so good.
Breakfast was amazing, downtown Georgetown is calling, but before we go anywhere, there's one stop we can't skip. We've just arrived in downtown Georgetown, and as usual, our first stop is going to be coffee. All right, now we're ready to go. This was the first Southeast Asian city to be settled by the British, so it has a rich colonial history and also has its own vibrant reputation.
One of the most iconic things to do here in Georgetown is check out the street art, and this is one of the most famous ones. The street art scene in Georgetown started gaining traction in 2012, largely thanks to a Lithuanian artist who came and created some murals for the Georgetown Festival. And since then, his murals went viral, which attracted a bunch of local and international artists. So there are a lot of really unique art pieces here, not just paintings, not just murals, but super unique stuff. Let's go check it out. These walls don't just hold color, they hold stories, scenes that feel familiar, like moments of everyday life frozen in time. But what's really special is the way this city turns the ordinary into something worth pausing for. And just beyond the painted streets, there's another world waiting, where life isn't captured in murals, but lived on the water. Our next stop is the Clan Jetties of Penang Island. They're located here in downtown Georgetown, right on the coast. And it's a bunch of homes, shops, and restaurants, and even temples that are built on stilts. This area dates back to the early 1900s when various clans from a certain Chinese hometown came here to Malaysia and established their homes here. Each jetty belongs to a different clan from the same hometown in China. It was a very small, tight-knit community where they share their traditions and customs. And over time, it's become notable for its unique waterfront living and rustic homes. But now it's evolved to have shops, temples, and modern amenities as well. And people still continue to live in these homes to this day. It's a very, very unique part of Georgetown. So we just got some homemade ice cream. I got mango, Anita got lychee, and Aaliyah got chocolate. We're just walking down the pier, enjoying the ice cream and looking at the shops.
It almost feels like every little corner we go around, there's something a little different. Right now, we're making our way to Little India, which is basically kind of like an Indian Chinatown. It's really hot today, and being in Little India, we had to stop somewhere and grab a mango lassi.
It's so good, especially on a hot day. I think it's like 31 degrees Celsius outside, so need something cold.
Little India is an amazing sensory experience. There's Indian music playing, you've got the bright, colorful textile shops, snacks, food, and spice shops. It's amazing walking through here.
The smells are just like being in India. You have the spices and the incense and everything. We just picked up a few little snacks, and we're gonna continue on checking out what's down here.
I love how every single shop around here is playing their own music, and it's all extremely loud, and so you can't actually decipher what's what. Georgetown is a living, breathing mosaic of cultures, colors, and flavors that blend together so beautifully. The entire downtown area is like an open-air museum and art gallery wrapped into one. We've just finished exploring the downtown area of Georgetown, and now we're making our way to a mall that's near our house, and we'll show you why in just a second. Can you tell me why are we going to the mall?
So we could go to the fun play area.
Not only is Georgetown a really beautiful place, but it's also super family friendly. I'm not sure if all the malls around here have these kinds of play areas, but this mall does, and we paid $20 for the whole month, and you can have unlimited access every single day. It's super secure. There's a locked gate. Parents aren't even allowed to go in unless they're already registered, and they've got a lot of staff watching the kids and a lot of security cameras, so we feel really safe leaving our daughter there and just going around for a walk around the mall.
Also, one of our favorite things to do, since we are kidless for about an hour, is to go get bubble tea, and you will be absolutely shocked by the prices. Could I have 2 passion fruit jasmine bubble teas?
This one.
Yep. All right. Thank you. So I told you you'd be shocked by the price. Each one of these is 6 ringgit, which is $1.35. So we spend $2.70 for 2 giant bubble teas. I love Malaysia. The flavor is passion fruit jasmine, which is absolutely amazing and so cheap. What a great family-friendly travel destination this is.
We feel like we barely scratched the surface of Georgetown, and we can already tell that this is an incredible, whimsical, eclectic city with so much to see and do. But we're not stopping here. We're taking you beyond the city to see what else Penang Island has to offer. Good morning, everyone. It's not bright, but it is early. The sun isn't even up yet, and we're heading to a rainforest to watch the sunrise. But we're not getting there how you'd expect. Let's go.
Ready in? Oh man, I hope we make it there in time. Well, we made it on the funicular. It's pretty crowded in here.
We're riding on one of Southeast Asia's oldest funicular systems, originally built in the 1920s. On our way up Penang Hill, this nature park is one of Malaysia's most famous natural attractions and only a 20-minute drive from Georgetown. Well, we made it up here on time and everything, and we found the viewing deck. It's just right at the entrance of where you get off at the funicular, but it's so foggy. I hope we actually get to see the sunrise.
The sun is coming up and you can see the city. It is so beautiful, especially because you can see like the fog drifting in between us and the city. Every once in a while the fog like opens up and you can see the whole city skyline down there.
What a beautiful view you get up here. You get to see the whole entire city of Georgetown, and it is huge. All the skyscrapers everywhere and the clouds that like eclipse the buildings because they're so massive. It was just like watching a painting. It's so beautiful. Absolutely worth coming up here.
And it's just such a peaceful way to start the morning. It's nice and crisp and cool. And now we're gonna go explore the rest of it up here.
Not only is this a very biodiverse, conservation-focused eco-park, but Penang's multiculturalism is reflected even all the way up here on the hill. We found a Hindu temple here, and there is a mosque as well as colonial structures. Penang Hill takes you from the shared harmony of human history to something even older, nature's quiet masterpiece.
There's so much life here. There's like not 1 square inch that is like free. Everything is covered with different types of plants and flowers. And the smell out here is so epic. We're here at the Habitat on Penang Hill, and this is one of the most popular things to do at the top of the funicular. It's a giant biosphere that you could walk through. There's a whole bunch of trails, there's canopy walkways, and there's some lookouts as well.
This is absolutely amazing.
We are so high up. I love how you get to see like the very tops of the trees with all the vines climbing up them and the flowers. This place is truly unique and so special. I could see why it's like a UNESCO World Biosphere. there is an amazing amount of different plants. Like, you just take like 1 square inch and I feel like there's like 100 different types of plants just right there. It's so cool.
1 minute, it's all majestic and magical. And the next?
Dude, that is a huge millipede. That's gotta be like 10 inches long at least.
It's so fat. At least these things move slow.
And that was a true scream of terror.
You guys are mean to me.
I wouldn't improve.
Nevertheless, there's immense beauty here. No rush, no distractions, just the rhythm of the wild waiting to be felt. If you look out this way, you can see there's the ocean right there, and the sky is up there. It blends in so seamlessly that you almost can't even really tell the difference. You have to look really closely. It is absolutely incredible being this up close and personal with nature. Like it just feels like a very, I don't know, like a intimate meeting when you come to an eco park like this, where nature is truly respected and you can really feel the balance of people coexisting with nature.
Dude, we're totally swinging on a giant swing in the middle of a rainforest in a jungle. How crazy is that, huh?
With the goofy dad.
With the goofy girl.
With the goofy dad.
No, with the goofy girl.
And it's moments like these that make slow travel so special, especially as a, wow, that is a fuzzy ant. Oh my gosh. Wow, I've never seen such a thing in my life.
It's
oh my
got
gosh.
so much hair on it.
It looks like those fluff balls, those crafting balls, you know?
Yeah.
Those fuzzy crafting balls put together. That's actually really interesting. We've seen several different species of ants. We had no idea that there could be so many different types of ants. And just in this park alone, we've probably seen like 4 different types of ants. Anyway, back to the point. It's moments like these that make slow travel so special to us because we get to take our time, walk through the places we go to, and learn about them deeply. And we also get to share it together. And especially we get to teach things to our daughter as well as we show her the world.
This is called a touch me not, and when you touch it, it folds up. It protects itself by folding up. Go ahead and touch this one right there. How cool is that?
Oh my gosh, that is some creepy looking bee. Look at its butt.
And it's eating a giant spider.
Oh my gosh, look at it. It's literally eating its leg. I don't like knowing that there are such creatures in this jungle. I wish I didn't know that. I just wish I didn't know that. Penang Hill sparked something that left us craving more of the wild. So the next day, we set off toward a dense jungle trail that promised beauty and adventure. Well, this is not very promising. We'll see if the weather clears up.
We just arrived here at Penang National Park and we are going to take a hike from here to Turtle Beach. But first what you do is you go to one of the boat stalls and you pay 100 ringgit for a ride back. So we're gonna hike all the way there and then take a boat ride all the way back. So this should be a ton of fun.
Thankfully, the weather has cleared up a little bit. It's still a little bit overcast, but at least it's not pouring rain anymore.
The beginning of this trail is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, check this beach out. Not only do you start out by walking on a beautiful white sand beach, but then you go across this really cool suspension bridge and off into the jungle. I feel like I'm in a jungle adventure book here. This place is so epically cool.
Well, it was bound to happen. We just got caught in the middle of a downpour, but thankfully it happened right as we passed this convenient little covered area back here. So we were able to shelter there for a little while until the rain passed, and now we're moving on. There's nothing quite as peaceful as being in the solitude of nature. It really feels like you're stepping into a different world, a world that's not really your own, you know. You're unplugged from your regular life routines and you step into this whole other place where all you really hear is just raindrops on the leaves, bugs making their noises. It's so quiet and so refreshing. It feels like you're in one of those movies where you go through a jungle to get to some sort of treasure or something like this. Like with massive boulders here, and then you've got staircases surrounded by these massive plants all over the place. Like there are literally some leaves that are bigger than me, just one leaf. So it's just absolutely magical being here. I think you're the cutest little explorer I've ever seen. This is a very relaxing beach to come to. Unfortunately, we didn't see any turtles, and one of the other travelers that I ran into said he went to the turtle sanctuary that is here, but there were no turtles there. Another thing to note is that you actually cannot swim at this beach because there's a lot of jellyfish here, but it's a very peaceful place to just come and relax. It's not crowded at all, and you really feel like you're just right in the midst of nature. It took us about 3 hours to do the whole trail, and that's just because we went super slow and took our time and really enjoyed it. So now we're about to hop on a boat and go to a different beach.
What a perfect day to come out here and go on a hike here in Penang. We are so lucky to do this. So we just switched buses. It looks like the first bus was just being really nice to us and brought us down to the official bus stop down here. And now we're headed to, I think it's called Batu Ferringhi. I'm probably absolutely butchering that name. We'll put the title of it here. And then probably grab some lunch, and if it stops raining, go on the beach and enjoy it.
We're trying to find a place to eat because we haven't eaten since breakfast, and it's like 1:30 now. But a lot of the food places around here seem to be closed. So hopefully we can find some actual food before we all get hangry. It's Friday today and it is early afternoon. So the mosques are all busy right now, and that's why all the restaurants, well, not all, but a lot of the restaurants are closed.
So we decided to stop at like the quintessential Asian cafe. We have our plastic chairs here, we have our little table, and we have epic food. I can't remember what this is called. It's just fried chicken with these glass noodles. It's absolutely delicious, just like every other Malaysian food that we've got. I love the food in this country.
That was an amazing hike, an amazing lunch, and now we're actually getting quite tired because we've been awake since 5:30 this morning. So we stopped by a little cafe and got a cup of coffee. And I love how on this coffee, they give me this kind of lid. Anyway, so now we're making our way down to Batu Ferringhi Beach, where we're gonna relax and spend the rest of the day. This beach is very popular, and I can totally see why. It is really big. It's about 2 kilometers long, and it's absolutely pristine. They do an excellent job of keeping this place clean and tidy. There are also lots of water sport activities you can do. So I think it's safe to say that there is a lot more to Penang Island than just Georgetown. Georgetown itself is absolutely amazing and a really fun city to explore, but you can also go outside of Georgetown and find incredible places on this beautiful island. And with that, oh my goodness, it's bright. At this point, we've been traveling for about 7 or 8 months, and we've seen a lot, we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot about YouTube and content creation. We're still learning. To those of you who have been with us since the beginning, we really, truly appreciate you. Those of you who are new, welcome to our channel, and we hope to be able to inspire you to chase your dreams, really work hard for them, and embrace the unknown in your own life journey. And if you have any questions for us in regards to how we traveled, just let us know in the comments. We'd love to connect with you and just help answer any of your questions. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like it. That really helps us a lot. And if you enjoyed this sort of content, make sure to subscribe. There's a whole lot more coming.